Hi guys, a very good morning all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone guys, can you please confirm? Is I'm audible? Anyone guys, can you please confirm? Is I'm audible? Hello.
Yes, Vamsi, you're audible.
Right. Okay, right. So guys, like yesterday, I have shown you like how to import the data and where I have saved the file, guys. I have saved in the Power BI files. So with your batch timing, I have saved the .pbix file. So which is going to be the Power BI extension, whatever the extension is there. So we can see the .pbix file, like same as .pptx, .docx, same as it is. It's going to be XLSX, which is Excel sheets. So we have created one file, guys. So how to create a Power BI project file? This is a Power BI file, what we can see. So you can open it directly, double click on the file, guys. You can directly open it. Okay. So I'll create multiple PBX files, guys. First initial, I'll create one PBX file. After that, for reporting, I'll create another PBX file. For DAX functionalities, one more PBX file. For case studies, we'll create another PBX file. Like that, for every functionality, for every implementation we do, we are going to import. We are going to see this kind of a data, guys. So like yesterday, I have imported two data sets, guys. Yesterday, we have saved it. So one is the students data set. How the student data set we have got in, guys? I just open a notepad and I entered some text data manually and directly I have imported the data. And the other one is going to be I imported from another CSV file, which is going to be some customer underscore bank underscore details P1. We can see the data. So yesterday we imported two files, guys. So one is students data. This is the data which I prepared. We just manually entered the data, something like student ID, student name, course fees, etc. But the customers and bank details, it is not a small data set which we prepared, guys. So it has been downloaded from some public data sets. I told you, I'm also going to share you some real data sets also. I'm going to share you. And as well as I told you also, I explained you like from where you can download these public data sets. There are so many resources are there, guys, because I was into the data science and data analysis. So I will be using multiple data sets I will be using there. So do you want to see the data? Whatever, if you expand the data sets, you can't see any data there, guys. Just we can see the columns there. What are the columns names? What are the columns are there? It is showing you the column names. Come here and verify that. There is a table view was there. There you can see the data, guys. So this is not a small data set, guys, which I entered the data manually. Some customers data, some related to some bank details data. We are having a customers data was there. At the bottom, you can see, guys, table is customer and bank underscore details underscore P1. And totally it is containing 37,000 rows. It contains the data, guys. It's not just containing 3 or 4 records. One data set I have created is students data set. So how I got the students data set, guys? The students data set we have got in from some, I entered the data manually into one CSV file into notepad and I entered the data. And after that, what I did is I just saved the file and I just directly imported the data, guys. So how to import the data we have already discussed. So in the home ribbon, you can see there is going to be something called as we are having the option. What we are going to be having is, guys, we can see the data like this, guys. Whatever the data you want to import, we can import the data. So do you want to import a text or a CSV file? You can import it, or you can go to the more option and there we can see something called as all are there, files are there. I selected the TXT file, click on connect. It will ask you the location of the file, select the required file and click on open. Okay, so anywhere you can import it, guys, whether you are in report view, whether you are in the table view, or whether you are even in the model view also, we can import the data, guys. Anywhere you can import the data. See there. So get data option is going to be available there. Same option is available. Anywhere you can import. In report view, you can't see the data. Whereas that means we have to visualize it. If you want to see the data, we have to visualize it. But in table view, it is not required. Already data was there here, guys. So yesterday we have imported the data from a CSV file. Just a minute, guys. So just a minute. So what is a CSV file? So we know that, guys, CSV file is nothing but a simple a comma separated values where we can have the data, where you can enter the data by using just a comma separation. We can enter the data, guys. That is what we have discussed practically in the last class we have seen, guys. Slowly, guys, I'm not discussing very fastly. Slowly, I'm discussing very slowly. Maybe for some people, it maybe looks like very slow because all the people are not at the same level. So some participants, some of you may be at different level, some of you may at a higher level, some of you at a lower level. That means some people may already know about that, some people may not be aware about that. So that's why what I'm going to do is till everyone comes to the same level, we'll go a little bit slowly, we'll go here, guys. Okay, so simple techniques only, guys. We can directly load the data directly from a CSV file or an Excel sheet. We can directly load the data. First, we initially started with a CSV file, guys. Okay, so this is what we have discussed in the last class. Anyone, guys, if you have any questions, I will just clarify them and then I'll go to the next level, guys. Anybody having any questions, guys? Anyone, if you have any questions, guys, I can just clarify them and then we'll go ahead, guys. Right. So yesterday we have seen about how to import the data from a CSV file. So very simple. What we did is, guys, from the whatever the home ribbon is there, we are having a button called as n, which is going to be get data is there. There we can see some option called as a text or a CSV, or click on more. There also we can find out what is going to be text or a CSV file, or go to the file menu option. From there also we can select the text or CSV and simply click on connect and select the file. I can import as much data I can import it, guys. As much data I can import it. Does not matters. I'm going to be importing a different data sets. I'll import it, guys. See the data set, guys. This is some other data set related to some fruits data set. It is going to be there. You can see like what is the color of the fruit. So the color of the fruit is going to be orange color, greenish yellow, green color. Okay, we have the data is there. Some data related to sparsity, some data related to weight, and what is the label of the fruit, what type of fruit it is. We are having a different types of fruits are there. Just click on load, guys. Just click on the load. Data will be loaded, guys. Data is going to be loaded, and clearly told you this data is going to be loading means we are not getting the data. So as I told you, in second generation systems, like whenever we worked with Cognos, SSRS reporting tools, they don't save any data, guys. They don't save any data at all. That's why due to that, what is the problem? Whenever if any data, every time it has to go to the data and has to pull the data. That's why the performance will be slow. But here it is not like that. Data is already imported, that is already saved into the Power BI storage. Power BI is having its own internal storage, guys. So as part of their internal storage, all this data is going to be get stored. Now, where is the data here? This is the data what we can see, guys. So if you can see the different colors of fruit, orange, greenish yellow, green, which is going to be, let us say that it is going to be green. And we can see, guys, scroll down. You can see red, reddish yellow. We can see different types of colors. What are the different types of fruits? Oranges we have. Okay, we have apples, some data set related to fruits data set. You can import any kind of data sets we can import, guys. It's not that only these many. Till the space is available, you can import it, guys. I think by default, they have given 10 GB for us. So I can utilize 10 GB. So I don't require to go for any much applications. So 10 GB is more than enough, guys, because our data, whatever we are using in our training, is hardly 4 MB, 5 MB files, guys, not more than that. So imagine, even if it is 1 GB also sufficient for us. 1 GB, if you want to store 5 MB, 2 MB files, guys, how many files you can accommodate? So much files you can accommodate it. So like this, as many you can import it, but only thing is, guys, at a time, you cannot import multiple files. For example, I'm selecting a file, guys, which is going to be, have a look at that, iris.csv, and which is going to be, I'm clicking control plus click. I can't select multiple files at a time. Only one file only we can import at a time. I'm trying to click, guys, holding the control key. I'm trying to press I'm going to select both of them, but which is not a possible case. Okay, what is this iris data set, guys? Iris is a data set which is going to be related to some flowers data set. It's really, see, guys, different data sets, guys. One data set belongs to students. One data set belongs to customers of a bank. One data set is belonging to fruits. Now one other data set is going to be belonging to some kind of a flowers. Okay. And there is a very high importance with this data set called as iris data set, guys. Generally, normal people won't use this, but this iris data set is a very popular among the data science experts and data science learners. So just like in any programming language, that means if you have learned any programming language, generally we all of you know that when you learn any programming language, first they will start with writing a program called as hello world program. That means how the hello world program is the entry point. That means whenever the hello world, printing hello world is the entry point, guys, generally. After writing the program of hello world only, then they will start writing the remaining programs. Same as it is in data science also, guys. Generally, it's an idea I'm telling. Even in our data science field also, before working with the data, before learning any implementations, first they will start everything on this iris data set. It's a very popular data set among the data science aspirant and the data science learners. So it is going to be one of the very popular example, guys. Very simple data set only, which is a flower contains sepals and petals, right? You know what is a sepal and you know what is a petals. So every sepal is going to be having a sepal length and sepal width. Every petal will have a width and will have a length. And anyhow, iris is a one type of a flower which is available in multiple species. There are multiple species are there. So no need to worry about the data. Just we want to import the data set, guys. So iris.csv file, just load the data, guys. If you see the columns are going to be petal length, sepal width, petal width, and species. See the species? Like we have a setosa, versicolor, virginica. We have a different type of species will be there. Click on load the data. Nothing changes, we can require it, guys. Directly select the required file and just specify whatever the particular file is there and just click on the load, the data will be loaded. See the data here if you want. Come here and see the data. So yesterday we started with 2 files. Today we have 4 files. This is your iris data set, guys. See there, we have setosas are there, we have a versicolors are there, and we have a virginicas are there. And what type of features we are having? For every type of the species, we are having a different sepal length, we have a different sepal widths, we have a different petal length, and we have a different petal widths. So don't worry, what is the importance of this data? The data science people will know about that. And this data set is contributed by one of a person called as Fisher in around 1930 has contributed this data, guys. This is a very, very old data set. Somewhere around in 1936, he contributed this particular data. He was a scientist. Basically, he was a biological scientist who does research on the plants and life sciences. He has contributed this particular data to us. It's a very popular data set, guys. It is an iris data set, what we call it as. Like that, as many data sets we can import in, guys. Nothing matters is there. Just whether you want to import from text file or a CSV file. As I told you, no, guys, I have a lot of data sets with me. Guys. So like, for example, the medals that has been won for various countries in 2016. Some sports event, I was not sure about that, whether it is an Olympics or it may be some other sports. In each and every country, how many bronze medals, how many gold medals, how many silver medals. Simply click on load. This is another set of data, guys. This is another set of data what we can see. It is going to be medals by country in the year 2006. So if you can see, the column name is coming as column 1. We have to rename it. It's a country. Bronze, gold, and silver. How many gold medals, how many silver medals, and how many bronze medals. So this is the data of, I think, somewhere around 10 countries. We have the data with us. Like that, guys. No worries. Later we'll change it. Sir, I want to change this column name because the column name, I want to change it to country. Can I change it? Absolutely, we can change it, guys. We'll see them, how to change it and how to do that. All these things later classes. As of now, we are only discussing about how to import the data, guys. So like this, guys, even if I teach you 100 files also, nothing matters, nothing difference also. Because importing is the same way. Importing is the same way, only file changes. And just simply click on the OK, the file will be gets imported, guys. That's it. That is going to be the main concept of how to import the data from a CSV file. Now, same example, guys, I'm going to show you how to import the data from Excel sheets. I'll share the files, guys. Don't worry. Sir, we also want to work anyhow. We are not working with the data right now. But sir, if you want to, if we also want to work with the same data set, then as I said that no guys, I will share the data sets. Don't worry. Now, the next option I'm going to discuss is guys, how to import the data from Excel sheets. Yesterday we have seen about a CSV file guys. What is CSV stands for? A comma separated values. The next one is going to be an Excel sheets. And we all of you know that Excel is also one type of storage only guys, where we can store the data in terms of something like an cells, like a something like an sheets. What we generally call it as a sheets, what we are going to call it as. So the sheets are going to contain some cells, rows and columns. We can enter the data and we can save the file. And we all of you know that Excel is a workbook guys, basically. If I open the Excel workbook, so let me open my Excel software guys. Let me open the Excel software. And whenever we see that, all of you are aware, we are all aware about the Excel files guys. So this is your Excel sheets. So a file can contain multiple Excel sheets guys. We can add up as many sheets we can add up. So within the same file, it is going to be multiple sheets. Each sheet can have a different data is there. Now maybe my sheet 1 may contains employees data, sheet 2 may contain customers data, sheet 3 may contain sales data, and sales for sheet 4 can contain something called as an maybe some orders data, and sheet 5 is going to be some other data. It is containing like this. So an Excel is a workbook guys. We generally call it as a workbook. See, Excel is a book guys, what we are going to call it as. We simply call it as Excel sheets, but actually it is a book. Book is a collection of sheets or a collection of pages. So whenever you are want to store some, I don't save it. So Excel is going to be a book which can contain multiple sheets guys, multiple sheets. Each sheet can be treated as a one table, you can treat it as guys. So at a time, just now I've shown you. In CSV files, we cannot import the data from multiple files at a time. But from Excel, we can import the data from multiple sheets at a time. File must be one only guys, but sheets can be multiple. Within the same file, how many sheets we can have it? We can import the data from that particular sheets, we can import it. So I have such kind of a file was there. I'll just show you once the file guys. I'll show you the file once guys. It is an Excel sheet. It is an Excel sheet guys. Let me open. In my C drive, I have my database. I have a lot of data with me. So you can see all the data, whatever the data, various company stock prices. We'll use them guys. In our coming days, we're going to use this. The various company stock prices across some 10 to 12 years of data. Okay, some data which is related to some hotels related data, hotels reviews. So different hotels in different cities and what are the reviews also it is available. And something data related to some car sales, cars transactions, etc. Same as it is, we have a different data is there. See guys, there is one data set called as AdventureWorks 2017.xlsx file was there. Double click on the file. It is an Excel workbook which contains multiple sheets. See there, team product is one sheet, team product subcategory is one sheet, team product category is one sheet, team date is one sheet, fact internet sales is one sheet, team geography is one sheet. So there are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sheets it contains guys. Now you file is a single file, but sheets are multiple. So we can get the data from Excel workbooks. See there guys, Excel, it's not a sheet, it is an Excel workbook. So see there, either from here also we can get in guys. See multiple options. Get data, we are having an option called as an Excel workbook. Or we have an option called as an more option is there. Go to the more option and there also we can select the Excel workbook is going to be the first one guys. Or else on the toolbar, on that particular home ribbon itself, you can see there is going to be Excel workbook is there. Even click on this. Anything is the fine case guys. I'm selecting, see guys, I have multiple Excel sheets are there. I'm selecting AdventureWorks 2017.xlsx file. Click on open. There are going to be 6 files are there guys, 6 sheets are there. Which sheet you want to import? You can select the required sheet and you can click on OK. Already we have 5. Already we have 5 sheets. Sorry. How many are there guys? Already we have a 5 are there. So customers yesterday we imported and fruits we have today imported. Iris also today we imported. Medals by country in 2016 also we imported today. Students data and customers data we imported yesterday. Now see guys, already there are going to be 5 are there. Now you can add up these 6 if you require. Or you can also select some few options also from there. Like I'm selecting fact internet sales. I'm selecting dim product category, dim product subcategory, dim product. Only 4 tables I'm going to be loading, guys. Remaining, I'm not loading the data. Click on simply load the data. Already there are 5 are there. Now we are adding another 4 are, guys. Automatically, it is going to becomes 9 tables. It is going to becomes now. So from Excel sheets, we can import multiple sheets at a time. But from CSV files, we can select only one file at a time. See there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Totally 9 tables are there, and we can see all the tables, guys. This is going to be dim product table. Some data related to some products data, product category tables, product subcategory tables. What is going to be the sales over the internet? Some data was there. This is fruits data set, iris data set. See there, sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. Medals that has been got with the won by different countries. So in column 1, we can see the country name, how many bronze medals, how many gold, how many silver. These are the students data, customers data. Like that, 8 different data we can work with them. It's not that always you have to work with the same data. To understand the concept, I'll use a different data sets. I'll use this, guys. So this is the practical implementation of how do you import the data, guys. Okay. So that is the way how we can import. Yeah, just please be all of you guys, please be online. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be back. So just nothing is there. I just to get some water. So please be online. I'll just come back. Yeah. So let's continue, guys. Like this, guys, we can import the data from any number of files we can import in, guys. So see there, at a time we imported the data, the dim product category, dim product subcategory, fact internet sales, all these 4 files we imported from a single Excel sheet. We have been Excel file we imported. Remaining we have been imported from one by one CSV files we imported. So these are the options what we can see. And one more thing, guys, whenever I put a pointer there, if you observe carefully, if I put a pointer there, you can see very clearly, guys, when the last refresh has been taken place. Customers and bank details data. So yesterday we loaded. So see there, guys, 29/1/2024. It has been last refreshed data. Dim product is there. when it is last refreshed today, just now we have imported 30th 1 2024, dim product category, dim product subcategory. And one more important thing, guys, whenever we see that, we can see something called as a storage mode is there, guys. See the storage mode. Hope you remembered. I just given some introduction regarding that. We have two types of storage modes are there, guys. One is import and the other one is going to be direct query. So in direct query, what we are going to do, guys, the direct query is going to be, it is where we'll import only the metadata. Only structure will come, data does not comes. And that is not supported by files. They are supported by only some database systems will support. They are not supported by files, because files default storage mode is always it is going to be import only. We cannot go for something called as an direct query with the files. Files need to be always, we have to go for import mode only. Import means data, it has to load it into Power BI. Whenever the data is there in database systems, then there are two options are there, which is going to be import mode is there, direct query is there. This is what we call it as storage modes. Later we'll see the storage modes concept. Later we'll work on them, guys. Okay. So that's it, guys. Like this, we can import as much data you can import it, guys. As much data you can import it. There is nothing limitation is there. We can import as much data we can do. Like that, guys, I can import the data from CSV file, Excel sheets. We can also import the data from JSON files. We can also import the data from XML files. We can also import the data from Parquet files. There are so many different types of files are there. So no need to worry about all the files. We have discussed only with the two types of files for the timing. But as I said that, guys, we can also import the data from CSV files, file systems, database systems. We can also import the data from cloud storages. There are so many different options are there, guys. See there, more options are there. In the more options, we can see, guys, Excel sheets are there, file systems are there, text or CSV, XML files, JSON files. If you go to database system, SQL Server, you can also import the data from Oracle database, or we can import the data from SQL Server analysis services databases, Sybase. So many different type of database systems are supported, guys. So later we'll see all of them, but for the timing, what we are going to discuss for the today's class, guys. So we done some kind of importing. So import is over, guys. After importing, what is the next step we have to do, guys? After working with this data importing, what is the next step we have to go, guys? The next step is after importing the data is going to be, this is your pipeline, guys. First, we have to import the data, guys. After importing the data, what we have to do, the next stage, what is the next stage we have to do is, guys, it is very simple. We have to transform the data, guys. It is what we call it as transforming the data. I already explained you guys, where do you do the transforming of data? We are going to do this transforming of the data by using something what we are going to call it as a Power Query Editor. What is the name of the tool, guys? The name of the particular tool is going to be nothing but it's a Power Query Editor. The name itself is saying that Power Query Editor. Whatever we are using is going to be Power BI Desktop. And this one is going to be what we are going to call it as a Power Query Editor is what we are going to call it as. How to open this Power Query Editor, guys? Very simple. Same in the home ribbon. Same in the same home ribbon, guys. In the same home ribbon, if we just verify, there is an option called as which is going to be directly there is an option called as which is going to be transform data option will be there, guys. So very simple, guys. There is going to be an option what we are going to call it as a transform data option is there in the same home ribbon only. Just scroll it down, guys. Here, go there. Just here we can see, guys. Transform data. There are some options are there where we can see something called as an transform data is there. Data source settings are there and some other options are there, guys. Leave them. Does not matter. Simply go to transform, which is going to be transform data, guys. So once again, guys, simple. Nothing is there, guys. Simple. If you click on this, it is going to open, guys, directly. Or else I'll close it once again. I'll close it. I'll show you once again, guys. Either you can do like this, guys. Come here and click on the button. You can see there is going to be some drag. The drop down button is there. Click on the transform data. This is one technique. Or else directly, guys, just go there and click on the transform data. It will directly open it, guys. This is what we are going to call it as a Power Query Editor. Two different windows, guys. So whatever the changes we want to do in Power BI Desktop, we can only, what we can do guys, we can import the data and we can do some kind of an reporting visualizations, we can do that. But if we want to do some transformations to the data, then where we have to do, we have to do all the transformations to the data in this particular, what we can call it as the Power Query editor is what we have to do guys. This is what we call it as a Power Query editor guys. So in this Power Query editor, we can do all the data transformations. Whatever the transformations you want to do, we can perform all types of transformations we can do guys. See there guys, the look and feel appearance is completely different. So don't get confused. Same data, whatever the data we imported there, same data only we can see it here guys. There is nothing separate data will be there. There is nothing separate data is going to be there guys. Same data as it is we can see here. Observe carefully if you want guys. Observe concept carefully. These are all the tables, whatever we have imported. See, same tables, whatever the tables we see here, same tables as it is what we can see guys. Got it? So that is the concept of how we are going to be gets working with this particular data sets, what we can do. Okay, now what I have to do guys, I have to first explain what we have to do in the data transformation, what we can do in this Power Query editor. This is called as a Power Query editor guys. Okay, so this is what we are going to call it as a Power Query editor. So in this Power Query editor only, we can do all the, whatever the transformations and all these things, whatever you want to do, we can do it here only guys. Okay, now see guys, before going to that, let me explain the concept once again. This is your Power BI desktop. Don't get confused with this guys. This is your Power BI desktop. You can see very clearly where we are having a report view, table view, model view. On the right hand side, we have a 3 different panes. One is the filters pane, visualizations pane, and data pane. And obviously, there is going to be some ribbons are there. Whenever we open, this is a separate window, guys. This is a separate window. Okay, don't get confused with that. This is separate and this is separate, guys. This is what we are going to call it as this is what we call it as a Power Query editor, guys. Open the Power Query editor. Mainly what you can see, guys. So as I already told you, whatever the data we have imported, they are called as queries. So can you see on the left hand side, we can see something called as an queries, what we can do guys. We can see the queries. On the right hand side, if you can see, there is something called as an query settings. And in between them, you can see the table data. And on the top, as usually, there is going to be various ribbons options are there. Home ribbon. But after that, we don't have something called as there we have guys. Home and then insert, modeling, etc. But here it is not like that. Home, transform, add column, okay, view, tools, something like that. We are having a different ribbons, guys. But concept is same. On the left hand side, there is going to be queries window is there. Right hand side, there is going to be query settings window is there. And as usually at the top, we are going to be having something about the whatever the particular, the menu options and the ribbons, whatever we have. Now, let me tell you one small simple techniques, guys. A small simple tips I'll tell you. There are so many tables are there here, guys. Like for example, total 9 tables are there. Today it is 9 tables, guys. At least by the time you completed some few days, maybe another 1 week, if you see, there may be somewhere around 30-40 tables will be coming, guys. Within another 1 week of time, hardly you can find out there is going to be another which is going to be 20 to 30 tables will come there. Okay, but 20-30 tables managing is a little bit complex for us, guys. So tomorrow I may ask you, please check this particular table. For example, I'm asking, so please go and select. I want to select the fact internet sales table. Where is the fact internet sales table? It is there here now. Okay, so this is going to be fact internet sales table. Go to the students table here. Go to the iris table here. Go to the fruits table here. We are able to navigate very easily, guys. Why? Because the data is going to be very small. We are having only just somewhere around less than 10 queries only we have it. We are having less than 10 queries, we have them, guys. But as I'm saying that within another 1 week of time, there may be 30-40 tables. Maybe in real time, there may be 100-120 tables may be there. Then we cannot check all the tables, right? So for example, I'm working for multiple clients. So let us say that I was working as a report developer, but I'm having multiple clients for my company. We have multiple clients are there for my company. Then what happens now? So I cannot combine. Even I can also do one thing. For each client, I'll create a separate project. So one client here, one more client there. So let us say that I don't want to do like that. All the clients I want to work in a single program file. Because every time, whenever I want to change, I want to work with my client. So every day I have to change my .pbx file. Instead of that one .pbx file, multiple tables and multiple files are there. Just an example to understand. Total 9 tables are there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or else I'll do one thing. Fact internet sales, product table, and which is going to be product subcategory, and which is going to be dim product. These are all related to some sales data. Okay, it is going to be belonging to some company. Let us say some company sales data. We are working for some company, guys. I'm working for that particular company sales data. Now let us say that this particular customers data, example guys, customers data and some other data is going to belongs to some bank data set. I'm working for multiple clients. I'm working for a banking system. I'm working with some kind of a sales. Apart from that, the iris, fruits, all this data set belongs to some other data set, some other company's data set. Let us say that some kind of an exporting of fruits, exporting a company which is exporting the fruits and flowers to various countries across the world. So it is going to be some other, which is going to be some type of a one kind of a which is going to be the client. Now observe carefully, guys. Instead of maintaining all these things tables like this, we can group them and you can store it in a separate folders. Like in our system, you know that now in our computer, whenever I have a multiple files are there, I have multiple files are there belonging to multiple subjects. So what I will do now, I will arrange them into multiple folders. All the files related to data science into one folder, all the files which are related to Power BI into one folder, and all the files which are going to be belonging to some other Unix or Linux into one file in one two folder. Like that, what I'm going to do is I'll put these files into multiple folders. Same as it is for a convenient way to access them, better to convert them into simple folders only, guys. It's nothing but kind of a grouping the data, isn't it? So this fact internet sales and this dim product and dim product subcategory and dim product, that all these things need to come into one folder. And whatever it may be, the other two, another whatever the 5 or 4 is left over. So two files, two tables I want to store it into one group, and another two tables I want to store it in another group. So how do you manage them, guys? Easy to maintain them and easy to manage them. Better to maintain the queries inside the tables. Very easy, very simple, guys. Have a look at this. In the queries window, if you want, we can minimize it, guys. And again, we can expand it. So we can minimize. Don't worry, guys. If you can't see that, you can't close it. Query settings, we can close it, guys. There is a close button is there. You can close it. Don't worry. I'll show you how to get it back. So go to the queries window or go to the queries tab. Very simple, guys. Fact internet sales, dim product subcategory, dim product. I selected by using control plus click. You can select multiple files after loading. Right click, move to the group. Currently, there are no groups are there, guys. You can create a new group. Let us say that this data is going to be belonging to, let us say, a client called as IKEA. IKEA is nothing but it is going to be one of the business which is going to be sales a different products which are required for our house. So see, guys, I kept all the files which are related to the IKEA company. I kept it into IKEA folder. And as I said that customers data and some students data, these two are going to be belongs to medals. All these three is going to be belonging to move to the group. Already one group was there, IKEA group is there, or else we can create a new group. Let us say that this is going to be belonging to, let us say, a bank called as an HDFC bank. Got it, guys? And the other data, if you want, we can put it into others queries as usually, or else we can also create some kind of a folder also we can create it. So select these two, and what you do is right click, move to the group. Do you want to move to the HDFC bank or whether you want to go to IKEA group? No, I want to create a new group, guys. It is going to be nothing but which is going to be belonging to some company name. This company is going to be exports various fruits and various flowers too, which is going to be some other company, some other countries it will be selling that. So let us say that some name of the company it is going to be. It can be anything. It's going to be something like it's going to be some names, florals. The name of the company is going to be, guys, it is going to be florals is the name of the company. So florals underscore, well, let us say that I said export. So florals export or something florals. Okay. It is going to be floral export or florals export, whatever it may be. I just given some name, click on OK. Now see guys, so the name, the data belonging to some IKEA client is going to be one, HDFC Bank is going to be one, and something like a company called as Flores Export. So there I have kept another files. Like that, we can just group the data as you require, guys. And tomorrow when you are importing the data, now from November, from here also we can import, guys. In your Power Query editor also, we can import the data, guys. We can also import the data. So for example, I want to import the data where, if you want to make it to IKEA group, whether you want to make it to HDFC group, or whether you want to make it to Floral group, or do you want to make it to other groups? The multiple ways are there, guys. Either again, same thing, guys. For example, I want to import into which is going to be something like HDFC Bank. Then what you do now, select the HDFC Bank folder. From here also we can do, guys, or directly from here also we can get the data, guys. See there, guys. See there, guys. There also we have the option is there. Select the folder, right click on that, new query, we can select the required option. As usually, more option is also there, guys. Nothing difference is there, guys. From wherever you want to import the data, you can just import the data as you require. So already we imported some of the files, guys. So what files we imported? It is going to be something like, okay, I think I have selected the Excel sheet as an Excel file is going to be, or Excel book as the source. Okay, no worries, we can select the data, guys. Some data which is going to be related to, which is going to be citymaster.xlsx file. Simply click on open. It is going to be imported only into that particular folder, guys. Which folder? I selected HDFC Bank, right? It will be imported into HDFC Bank. Select the name, only one sheet was there. Click on OK, guys. See there, guys, it has been got imported here now. So even in Power BI desktop also we can import in, guys. Even in the, which is going to be the Power Query editor also, we can import it. We can import it. But what is the main purpose of Power Query editor, guys? Mainly we can transform the data as you required. We can transform the data, guys. As you required, we can transform the data. So we can make some changes. What is meaning of transformations? Transformation is nothing but making the data to be whatever the model we are creating is going to be get simplified. Some unnecessary columns can be removed, guys, if you want. Or if it is any required column is required, we can add them. Or if anything is required, we can modify the existing data. Like that, we can make some lot of changes to the data, and we can make the data to be simplified for our reporting. So reporting people requires the data in a different format, but the data is going to be in a different format. Then what we have to do is we have to transform the data accordingly. Just an example, guys. Let us go to the iris data set. In the iris data set, there is a species is there. Iris hyphen setosa, iris hyphen versicolor, iris hyphen virginica. But my client is saying that while you are generating the report, I don't want the name like iris hyphen setosa or iris hyphen versicolor. I want to just have a setosa. I want to have only which is going to be, let us say setosa. I want to get only versicolor. I want to get only virginica. What we have to do? What we have to do? Programmatically, we can do that, but I don't want to do it. Then we can do it with the help of which is going to be by using this particular Power Query editor. We can do it, guys. For every functionality, there is a predefined option will be there. Just we have to select the option and we have to do, guys. Only thing is not programmatically, just by using the mouse, we can do that. Don't worry. How to pick the iris hyphen setosa? I want to pick only setosa. I want to ignore this particular iris. Don't worry. I'm just showing the application, guys. Don't worry about that. Does not matter. It is going to be, which is going to be text after the delimiter, which is going to be the delimiter is going to be hyphen, and just click on OK. Now observe carefully, guys. From iris hyphen setosa, we have got only setosa is the only thing whatever we have got in, guys. So remaining also setosa, versicolor, virginica, they have been completely made it as iris hyphen versicolor, the iris hyphen virginica or iris hyphen versicolor has now become versicolor, guys. I have done some transformation, guys. I have done some transformation because My client is saying that I don't want the data called as iris-setosa, simple setosa, simple versicolor, simple virginica. How do you do that? With the help of some transformations. So which type of transformation should be used in which type of scenarios? So all these things we'll study it carefully, guys. Okay. So that is how we have imported the data. So today what we did, guys, I've shown you how to import the data from Excel sheets is one thing I've shown you guys. And second one thing is how to open the Power Query editor and how to arrange your queries in a simplest manner by using something called as an groups, which is nothing but appearing like a folder, guys. It is appearing like a folder what we can see, and this is the way how we can work with them. Okay, it's not yet done, guys. So tomorrow also we'll have a discussion about that, and then we'll start with some basic transformations. We'll start it in the tomorrow's class, guys. Right? Anyone, guys? Any questions if you have? Okay, and one more thing, guys, one more thing I forgot to tell you. So after making the changes, don't forget to apply the changes here, guys. Okay, if unless and until you don't apply, all these changes will not be reflected in the Power Query, in the Power BI desktop, guys. For example, as I shown you, guys, in iris data set, we have changed the set of the species to iris, iris-setosa to setosa. But if you want to reflect the changes in the Power BI desktop, what we have to do, unless and until you don't make the changes here, the changes will not be reflected, guys. See there, setosa perfectly it has been changed, guys. Okay. So what you have to do, guys, after making any changes in the Power Query editor, so make the changes. And if these changes you want to reflect them into as part of the query, simply we can go for an option called as, which is going to be apply, guys. Okay. So once if we apply, all these changes are going to be reflected in the Power BI desktop, guys. Okay. So not yet done for today's class, guys. So close it and don't forget to save it, guys. So Power BI desktop, do you want to save it? Simply click on save, guys. Okay. So that's it. You can also download the softwares and you can also start working with this particular data sets, guys. Okay. But for the timing, as I said that you can also prepare your data sets. I will also share the data set from my side. No need to worry. But along with that, you also prepare your own data sets, guys. Okay. So that is going to be all about the concept of how we can work with this kind of a techniques. Okay. So just for today, I'll stop it here, guys. We'll continue tomorrow.